The idiom dodge a bullet refers to narrowly avoiding something or some situation that turns out to be undesirable, disastrous, or otherwise harmful. This saying became a reality on a military scale, involving the warships of two superpower nations. 2 weeks ago, the U.S. destroyer conducting lawful international maritime practices in the South China Sea was nearly collided into by a military Chinese vessel in an aggressive effort to avert it away. To understand this situation, I will begin by explaining. To understand this situation and why it happened, I will begin by explaining, describing the long-enduring efforts of China in the South China Sea. China has gone to great lengths in hopes of spreading its pressure and influence in the South China Sea. Since the 1970s, several countries, including Vietnam, the Philippines, and Taiwan, have laid claims to several islands in the South China Sea, but none of them have gone to the lengths that China did, which included artificially expanding the islands and even creating new ones. Further asserting their claim, they've even militarized the islands, and the most relevant of which is Spratly, which I will be covering today. On September 30th, the USS Decatur was conducting a freedom of navigation operation in the waters off Spratly Islands, and it was nearly collided into by a Luoyang-class Chinese destroyer. According to reports, the Chinese vessel was conducting increasingly aggressive maneuvers and giving warnings to leave the area. But during this demonstration that was clearly intended to intimidate, the vessel came within 40 meters of the USS Decatur. And to give you an idea of how close that was, most captains will start getting nervous when a ship is even 1,000 meters away. So the two nations responded very differently. China saw that they were justified and condemned the U.S. Activities in the South China Sea. They saw the situation as a violation of their sovereignty and security, and took what they believed to be appropriate action. The U.S. criticized China as unsafe and unprofessional, as they were simply practicing the right to free passage in what was widely considered international waters. China was simply defending what it considered to be its territory, its home. The U.S., on the other hand, was preserving the spatial liberty, more specifically freedom of navigation, as well as all those that practice it. Rather than place the blame, the two countries should work together proactively on improving U.S.-China relationships.